Good morning, girls. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 22. I can officially say I'm 30 years old. I'm hopeful to do a 10K this morning to ring in a new decade. 10K for celebrating 10 more years. While I'm out, I am going to be doing a hair oil bun because you can do a 2-for-1 special while you're running and while you're exercising. So I got my day hairstyling cream to put my hair back, and then I'm also using the day hair oil. We're gonna be doing the hair oil through the roots this morning. Ooh, yeah. Through it all. Yeah, girls. And then one more. This stuff also smells so freaking good. And I also put it through my ends too because I'm gonna have my hair in a bun. I'm gonna wash my hair when I get back here. Do a little bit of that, and then it's gonna be a spiky bun. Spiky. As much as I would love to just like throw my hair back sometimes, I don't know why I'm like, it's my birthday run. I want it to feel like a little, you know, a little special. So I'm just, you know, tucking my hair back a little more, adding a little more product. Probably gonna put product in my eyebrows, to be honest. Something super exciting. Andre gave me my gifts last night, literally at midnight when we got home. And he got me a pair of my favorite running shoes for all the miles in your 30s, which was so sweet. Literally so sweet. So he got me a new pair of On Cloud Cloud Monsters. And I quite literally said, if you guys remember, the other day I was saying, oh, I think my cloud monsters are dying, and literally he made fun of me last night. He went, yeah, you in your vlog the other day, you had no idea I already bought these, and you were like, my shoes are dying and blah, blah, blah. Like, he was making fun of me, and I didn't know that he purchased these. But then Andre watches my Vlogmas every day at the office. And he was like, I didn't know if you wanted like a different pair of shoes. And I was like, no, I wanted the Cloud Monsters. I literally was looking at potentially purchasing another pair of Cloud Monsters with my Christmas money. Anyway, these are cute. They're like purple. They're purple and orange. And the bottoms. Cute. And the thing is though, about running shoes, they're all ugly. They are all ugly. So you just have to pick, you have to literally pick your ugly. I think the only shoes that I have seen that are actually like beautiful in my eyes are Saucony's. Everything else is ugly, you know? Adidas sometimes, Nike sometimes, but for the most part, they're bright and they're ugly. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's put them on. So I got back from my run and I did 10K to celebrate a new decade. 10K for another 10 years. And I am so freaking proud of myself because that was the first time that I have ever done a 10K with no stopping except to pee. But still, I didn't stop. I didn't stop at all. I cannot believe it. And the whole time I was telling myself, I was like, this is for Shannon. This is for the Shannon in her 30s. This is her, this is her. I'm so proud of myself. And on the way home, I stopped at Publix. Isn't this bag so cute? Erin got it for me. It's the Bagoo brand. And I got a few things. My favorite pizza for like an at-home pizza. So I'm actually gonna make that right now what does the oven need to be at? 400. So we are gonna put her on 400. Ah! No. We're gonna put that at 400. And then I'm actually gonna make my birthday cake. And me and my dad have the same birthday cake since, I don't know, maybe like the last 5 years. We have the Betty Crocker yellow cake with the Betty Crocker chocolate frosting. This is literally my favorite cake, so I'm gonna make this right now. And my favorite coffee creamer was on sale, buy one, get one free. The Silk oatmeal cookie was on sale. And then just as a treat, I got the Starbucks medium roast iced coffee, and I'm gonna make myself one right now. I know that I'm about to have pizza. But I'm gonna have a little cup of coffee before my pizza, okay? And super annoying, Sierra was so sweet and ordered me a bagel from Jeff's Bagel Company, which is the like #1 bagel in Orlando, and Uber Eats never delivered it here. So that is incredibly annoying and so incredibly frustrating, because you work hard for your money, and when things don't get delivered, and I already know the reason why the girl didn't deliver it is because she didn't think to call or text, how do I get into her apartment complex? Because my apartment complex is incredibly difficult to get into. It's very hard. The security is thick here, hun. But nevertheless, I'm gonna make my cake and I'm gonna call my mom, because my mom called me on my run and I was like, I'm on my run, I'll call you when I'm done. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm feeling good. That 10K really, like, I can do anything. Like literally I can do anything that I put my mind to. And I'm really proud of myself. I pushed myself. I did it. And I feel good. Ah! I washed my hair. And it's a feat in itself to wash it. If you guys have shampoo recommendations, please, for the love of God, give it to me. I don't know what we're using anymore. I don't know what works for me anymore. I'm trying the, I guess you would say like drugstore, like store brand shampoos and conditioners. I've been using Dove. I don't know if I love it. And then Kristen S, it's this weird thing where like I'll use a shampoo and a conditioner for a certain amount of time and then my hair will get like oily again or something like that. I don't know, my hair always feels the cleanest when I use a new shampoo and conditioner. I don't know if that makes sense, but I am gonna edit Vlogmas now, and everything in me really wants to sit down and just build my new coffee table that my mom got me, but I am holding off. I'm holding off. I really am. Look at me holding off. I'm gonna edit this video really quickly because I have passion. I have drive. I can't believe I'm 30. What? And my cake just came out of the oven, so it's cooling down. She's cooling down. I'm gonna watch the Broski Report. Big Broski Nation girl, okay? I love Brittany Broski with my entire heart. The whole thing. So I'm gonna watch this and, you know, edit Vlogmas. I'm so excited to like watch back the monorail crawl. I didn't film a lot of the monorail crawl because we were just having such a good time, just us, but I gotta get to editing. Hello. We're gonna get ready together for the evening. I'm just gonna sit here and do my makeup with you guys. You know, nothing crazy around here. Nothing crazy around these parts. I tried to upload my video today like 5 or 6 times, and for whatever reason YouTube only wants to upload like 10 minutes of it. I finally got it freaking uploaded. My gosh. And I have a super bad cough today. Don't know what's going on, but honey, I got a cough. I don't like it. Came out of nowhere. Feels kind of like allergies, but I hate that I've been putting on my concealer recently and forgetting to do my eyebrows. It's not a good thing. Not a good look. Why is this battery dead? I've been trying to charge my camera batteries for a long time and none of them have been charging properly. This is really annoying. Okay, it's saying that this one is full and that this one is good. So let's hope. We can only hope, right? I figured today while I'm sitting here, we could just have a little chit chat about my 30s and just, you know, just like life in general, I guess. I'm always horrible at reflecting, but I've been writing things down over the last couple of days about just like things I learned in my 20s. I figured I could do this as like a blip in time for myself, mostly, of just, you know, things I've learned throughout the last decade of my life. And I feel like I could literally write a book on it, you know what I mean? But I figured we could go through some of them and just have a little like chit chat moment about it. And literally I have like a whole list of things that I've been writing down throughout the week. So I guess we need to start. The first thing I said that people don't think about you as much as you think that they do. And I didn't learn this until my late 20s, I think, that you think so often in your early 20s about how much, I don't know, just like the thoughts of others and the opinions of others, and you're constantly worried about like trying to fit in because, you know, the environments that you're in are really small, like high school and college. And I went to a really small college too, so I felt like I was even thinking about myself and what other people perceived me. Also, going to a ministry school, it's kind of like they kind of like manipulate you into thinking that like others are thinking about you a lot, and that like people are watching you all the time, because I don't know, people like mention that all the time, and they like will talk about, I don't know, just like, I saw you folding that chair over there, and it just like, and it's all about like what you do behind closed doors and, you know, whatever, you know, the church stuff. But big thing is that people definitely don't think about you as much as you think that they do. And if somebody, or if you are taking up that much time in somebody else's mind, like truly, like let's be real, if you are taking up that much space in somebody's head, that's on them. That's not on you. It's not a reflection of you. It's not a reflection really on anything. But yeah, nobody thinks about you as much as you think that they do. And you definitely like don't need to worry about what people think of you, because at the end of the day, you are yourself, and you don't need to impress other people as much as you think that you do, because people aren't thinking about you in that way. You're only thinking about yourself in that way. So there's that. The next thing on my list is that you are so young, your life is not over. I thought in my 20s that like, if I didn't accomplish everything in my life in my 20s, that like my life was over. Because that's kind of like how it was presented to us for so long, you know? Of just, you need to reach all of these like huge goals and everything in your 20s, and you're also comparing yourself a lot in your 20s to people and things and what you see on the internet, and it's genuinely like, it's not that serious at the end of the day. It's really not. And you are so young, so you are allowed to still mess up like you're a child. you are still allowed to switch career paths. You are still allowed to do all of this stuff that society has told, you know, our parents for so long, that like, you're not allowed to do that, you're not allowed to do that, you need to sit and establish a career by age, you know, 22 so that you can reach your pension by a certain age. And you know, there's all this stuff that was like forced on us from the past, and how people from the past kind of operated life, that we don't have to operate in our lives that way, thank God. So yeah, you're so young. Like, your 20s, you're so young. Even your 30s, you are so young. Life is like a blip. It's a vapor. It happens really fast. And yeah, it just, life doesn't have to be taken that seriously. You're really young. You're allowed to mess up. You are allowed to just like be young. Like, you don't have to force yourself to grow up and constantly think to yourself, well, when I'm this age, when I'm this age. This next one, y'all, putting boyfriend expectations on platonic friendships is not healthy, and it never will be healthy. This is something, my God, that I have had to learn in regards to what people have been expecting of me, and like catching myself in these tendencies sometimes. When you're single and you don't have a boyfriend and you just have a bunch of like girlfriends around you, it is very easy to get caught up in putting romantic expectations, and I'm not saying like, you know, physically romantic, but like the support and the time and just like all of the back end, like the true relationship work that's nothing like physical or anything. It's just like the emotional bonds, the emotional ties. But putting those expectations on platonic friends is not good, and it's not healthy, because at the end of the day, platonic friendships, you both are together, you're both friends, and you are a package deal whenever you do get into a relationship. Let's be real, that's not what I'm saying, but it's not the healthiest to place platonic, or it's not the healthiest to place boyfriend expectations on platonic friends. That, I don't know, I've just felt like a lot of people have in my life expected me to almost support them and be there for them like a boyfriend would be, especially when I was in a relationship. That it grew clouded for me why people wanted to be friends with me. And it's like, why do you truly want to be friends with somebody is something that you should always ask. And what's really hard too is that there's no book on like how to be friends with people, especially like, I don't know, there's just no friendship manual. That it's very, I don't know, friendships can be so like murky, and they can be so just bad, and they can be so gross. And I will say too, in my 20s, I was not the greatest friend. I was not the greatest friend, and I know that, and that is something that I definitely like need to work on going into my 30s, is being a better friend. And that is something that I'm like truly challenging myself on. But placing boyfriend expectations on your girlfriends, it's not good. It's really not. And it will wear the both of you out, and it will bring you guys to harbor resentment and just not great things. I don't know. I hope that I'm not like talking in circles, or that I'm not like offending anybody by those words, but I have just been caught in way too many situations where others have placed boyfriend expectations on me. And then I've also caught myself kind of putting boyfriend expectations on others as well, which isn't healthy. So yeah, that's something that's, honey, it's rough. And then also, whenever it comes to friendships, is like understanding the stages of life that people are in too, that like placing boyfriend expectations on people is hard when, I don't know, if you are not in a place to take on the burdens of others because your burdens are too heavy, you don't have to. But I have been caught in a place where people just trauma dump on me and have that expectation of me that I'm the one that can take it, and that, oh yeah, Shannon's my friend so she can take this trauma dump. Platonic friendships can be hard, and there are no guarantees, and there's no right way to do it, there's no wrong way to do it, but just making sure that like the friendship expectations are always healthy is good, and knowing that that person is your friend and not your romantic partner, especially if you have a romantic partner. Next thing I wrote down, living up to the expectations of others will only lead to anxiety and confusion. And this is, Jesus Christ, I still feel like I try so hard not to live up to the expectations of others and to only focus on like myself and like what I should give and everything. Like this one is really, really hard for me because, you know, you grow up and you want to please your parents and you want to please just like everybody in your life, and you're literally growing up, especially being raised in dance, you're trying to please your teachers and you're trying to get high scores at dance competitions, and you're constantly working, and you know, you're constantly living up to the expectations of others and the expectations of like judging sheets and all of this stuff. It's just, it grows very hard. And then also adding the ministry school special on top of that, where you have people telling you how you're supposed to live your life and how you're supposed to do ministry and the best way that you're supposed to do ministry, and people having these dreams and visions for your life, but it's like, okay, I don't see myself in that ministry, or I don't see myself doing that. And then they're like, well, too bad, God showed me that this is where you're supposed to be and this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like it muddies the waters so much, and you find yourself in this cyclical hole of just living up to others. It's so rough, and like that is not how we were designed to live our lives. It's not. So living up to the expectation of others, it will leave you confused, because you won't be living for yourself, you'll be living for others. And then one day you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and say, who am I? I caught myself in that around 25 years old. And then it will also lead to anxiety, because the confidence and the sureness that you're supposed to have in yourself isn't there because you've placed it in others. It's just, it's a vicious cycle. It really is. And the sooner you get out of it, the easier life gets. I swear. My posture is very bad sitting on the floor. The next thing I said is to be kind to everyone. Whoa. This one, be kind to everybody, because you have no idea the people that you meet, the opportunities that come from them. Kindness is a weapon. It is a weapon. And joy is a weapon. Positivity is a weapon in this day and age. Like, it really is. And so many people do not express kindness anymore, and genuine kindness. Not one that's manufactured, or one that you're like trying to force on other people, or one that you're like, I'm only going to be nice to this person because I want something out of them. No, genuine kindness, being nice to people out of the goodness of your heart. It is what is in the heart that flows through the mouth. it is what is harbored in the heart that the mouth speaks. So if you do not have a kind heart, it's very hard to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why am I spewing venom? Why? And it's really hard to look at yourself in the mirror and say, like, what happened, Shannon? Like, literally, that's what I constantly am asking myself, especially when I'm like, honey, the fuse is short sometimes, okay? And there are some times that I do not show kindness and I do not show any of that stuff, but at the end of the day, kindness is everything. Kindness should be the backbone of who you are. And it, like, so much opportunity for me has come from just being kind to other people. And I want to be known as somebody that is nice, but somebody that is not walked all over. I genuinely, like, that is the type of person that I want to be. I want to be somebody wise. I want to be thoughtful. But at the end of the day, I want people to be able to say, wow, Shannon is so, she's just kind to others. That's who I want to be. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be that all the time for every single person, 24/7, every day of the year, but I can get sure close to it, you know? The next thing, thinking that your worth comes from men will always lead to an unfulfilling life. Yuck. Double yuck. That, I can literally feel myself, like, because I have found myself so many times trying to find my worth and just like who I am and what I mean to society and everything like that from men. And a lot of that comes from the church too, because the church at large a lot of times favors men over women, and that a woman is nothing outside of a man, and you know, all that stuff that I've caught myself in my 20s very much so thinking that men will solve all of my problems. Having a man will solve all of my problems. Having a husband is going to solve all of my problems, and it doesn't. It magnifies every problem. And I'm not being dramatic when I say every problem. Being in a relationship is looking in a mirror. It really is. And whenever I got into a relationship, because Andre is my first relationship, that it literally, honey, it magnifies everything. And being with Andre does not fix all of my issues. It doesn't fix a damn thing, actually. And at the end of the day, my worth will never come from who I'm with, ever. My worth comes from who I am and who I belong to. I don't know if you're religious or anything, but I am. But my worth comes from God. My worth is not in physical people. It will never be found in physical people. It will never be found in a career. It will never be found in anything else. So that is what I've learned. The next thing is, just because the girls are going out drinking doesn't mean that you need to go. And this, y'all, I still to this day, I'm gonna probably struggle with this until I'm, you know, in my old age, that I did not have a normal college experience. And that is something that I continue catching myself in waves of regret, that I went to ministry school and I didn't go to a normal college, because I didn't have the experience that everybody else had, where you went out to the bars and you went out to, you know, whatever. I didn't have that experience. So I felt a lot of times like I was missing out. And I was also in a place and at a church that would punish us for drinking and drinking in public, and would actually encourage us not to drink in public. And I remembered many a times sitting in a room full of me and my friends getting reprimanded for drinking out in public. So I had a very opposite experience from a lot of people. So I had to come to terms, especially in therapy, I had to come to terms with just because other people were doing it does not mean that I was missing out. My world is totally different now, and I don't like drinking. So like, just because I didn't have that experience does not make me, you know, lesser than, or, you know, whatever. And like, not a lot of good things happen from going out all the time, you know? Like, I've found that I'm the type of person where I enjoy, and it's a very Capricorn thing in me, I enjoy isolation. I enjoy being alone. I love it. I literally love being alone. I should probably look into that, but I love being alone. So just because people are out and people are out drinking and people are out, you know, partying and whatever, that doesn't mean I had to be there. That doesn't mean I have to be there. It doesn't mean, you know, anything. Anytime I catch myself going out late at night, I always have a lot of fun with my friends, but also I just constantly feel like this isn't me. This isn't what makes me happy. What makes me happy is being home with a book in my bed, horizontal by 8 p.m. That's a life for me, y'all. And the next thing, I mean, it kind of leads into the next thing. The next thing I wrote down is the joy of missing out. In my early 20s, I had the fear of missing out. Ooh, man. I had so much FOMO. If I wasn't invited to something, I got my feelings hurt. If I wasn't fully involved in things, my feelings got hurt. And I had a large friend group in college. Like, there were a lot of us. There were so many of us. And I had a fear of missing out because there were so many of us, but at the end of the day, like, not everybody could be in the know about every little thing at all times. That's not possible. So I learned, especially in my late 20s, that even though people are out and they're doing things, and I see on social media that, you know, there are things happening and people are out with people that I know and I wasn't invited, and I, you know, whatever, I have finally gotten to the place where I can sit here and I can say, I don't care. I enjoy my alone time, and I enjoy being at home. I enjoy going and doing something else, especially if like I don't feel like doing something that my friends are doing. I don't have to do it. I can literally sit there and be like, hey, I'm actually like not in a place to do this later. Like, I'll see you guys later. I'm even thinking, okay, let's think super recently. All of my girlfriends went to Jollywood Nights recently. All of them. Every single one of my girlfriends went to Jollywood Nights. I was at a place when they were buying the tickets that I could not financially afford them. I needed to put my money elsewhere. And I literally, the night that was happening, I remembered texting them and saying like, oh my God, I want pictures. I want to see everything. Like, oh my God, are you guys having fun? Like, I remembered texting and saying like, where's my group picture? Like all of that stuff. And I didn't feel anything in my heart that I had to be there. I literally grappled with myself that I didn't feel any sadness. I didn't feel anything. It literally was just like, okay, my situation was that I financially could not be there. That doesn't mean that I'm a bad friend. It doesn't mean anything, but my joy of missing out is that I didn't have to stress financially. And that is the joy of it. That I wasn't there and I wasn't sitting in regret financially. So the joy of missing out. I got it, girls. I literally have the joy of missing out. This one is, just because you went to school for it doesn't mean that that has to be your career path. Simple as, I went to school for ministry. I went to theology school. I went to Bible college, whatever you want to call it. That's where I went. I studied youth ministry and social media. And I did it for 5 years. That is not my career path. I don't want it to be my career path. So I went down the social media route. My degree is literally in theology. And I have been working in social media and doing social media work for 10 years. Social media is what I do, not what I went to school for. But that doesn't make me lesser than. It doesn't, and it never will. So just because you went to school for one thing doesn't mean that that is the end all be all. Also, why do we go to school for what we want to do with the rest of our lives when we're 20 years old? Someone please fix that. Why is that what we do in America? Literally why? This one is definitely big Capricorn energy, but life isn't that serious. Loosen up. Literally, life is not that serious. You can be in a silly, goofy mood at all times. Life is not that serious. Things are not that serious. Life is not a matter of life and death. You can switch jobs. You can switch your friends. You can switch up on life. You can switch your personal style. You can switch up your hair. You can switch up everything. If you want pink hair, get it. If you want a tattoo, get it. Think about it for a little bit, but then get it. Like, life is not that serious. Life doesn't have to be that serious. That's something I had to figure out. Get out in the sun. It's good for you. I didn't learn that until my late 20s. The sun on your skin is good. It is so good for you, and getting out is good for you. Reading books that aren't self-help will still help yourself. Okay, slay, Shannon. I was told so much in ministry school that I should constantly be reading self-help books, self-help, like you should constantly be pushing yourself and, you know, whatever. And they would always give self-help book recommendations. And the moment I started reading within the last year of fiction, it's helped me so much in ways that I actually feel calm in my everyday life. It actually allows me time to still my brain, and I'm not like watching TV, or I'm not like, you know, doing stuff, or I'm not like doing things with my hands, and I'm not like all that kind of stuff. And it's helped me in ways that I don't know if I'll be able to put to words yet, just because I'm still so new at it. But just because it's not self-help doesn't mean it's not helping me. And when other people say, and they make fun of you for reading particular books, or, you know, oh, you're constantly reading, it's like, yes, it helps my anxiety. It helps me feel at peace. It helps me be more present, and that is helpful. You did not know Shannon pre-reading, or you do not remember Shannon pre-reading, or pre-reading Shannon actually didn't have boundaries and responded to her text messages whenever she could. Now, honey, you can't reach me past 8 p.m. Don't text, don't call. I won't answer. I'm on the Kindle, okay? I also learned a lot more stuff that I don't think I would share on the internet. I might one day, but right now I probably won't. It is what it is. There are certain things that I'm just like not comfortable saying just yet. I'm so shining. Well, another year that I don't know where I'm going on my birthday. And all I was told was to wear stretchy pants, or pants that gave a lot. But the issue with all of this is I was out at the dog park with Ryder until the moment we needed to leave. So I didn't even think about the outfit that I put on.
Stressful.
Do I feel great in this outfit? The answer is no. So
Great.
you know,
You look good.
it is what it is. I look like a mother.
You have a dog.
I do have a dog. But I don't know where we're going. And
Go in a fun spot.
they said
All you can eat popcorn.
the only thing that Andre gave me was that I haven't been there yet, and it's not Disney. So in my eyes, stretchy pants, non-Disney, we're going to the Golden Corral.
We're going to Bubble Gum. Jesus Christ, are you done?
Are we?
Yes.
Are we for real?
Yeah, you said you wanted to go there.
I was gonna say, I thought we were...
You just sounded so disappointed.
No, because I was thinking bubble gum isn't like all you can eat. Like I need my stretchy pants. Ultimately, again, another birthday. I have no idea where we're going until we're gonna be there. I also guessed Margaritaville because we're driving in the way of Margaritaville.
Which is next to
And Andre was like, you really think we're going to Margaritaville? I said, I'm 30 years old, Jimmy Buffett. I don't know why those two make a correlation. I still don't really know where we're going because we're in a huge plaza. I'm assuming it's the melting pot. I'm just assuming. Is it the melting pot?
Yeah.
I've never been. I've literally never gone to the melting pot.
I know you haven't.
I'm gonna have cheese.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
The Miami Heat, the Miami Heat rookie.
The cheese, the bread, the stuff.
The guy from UCLA. Yes.
I don't even think I told you guys. The meats are here.
The meats are here.
The meats are here.
Pizza.
I got chicken, steak, sauces, steaks.
Got 2 steaks and a pork.
Teriyaki steak, baby. Actually, I got brown sugar too. But.
Oh yeah. And she's good. Look at our spread.
And look at it. I'm usually the pink one, and Shannon's usually like the brown tans.
Who are we?
I got the brown, and Shannon's using the pink.
Oh.
Crazy.
That Greek
30. This is 30.
This is there.
This was the most embarrassing moment of my life. It was like a sparkler. I literally thought my eyebrows were gonna get singed off. Because that was also so embarrassing. Why am I so embarrassed? You're laughing at me.
It was when you went.
Da 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 da. Sierra Campton.
Cue the music.
It's Shannon's birthday. So everybody knows, on birthdays we ask birthday questions, correct? So Shannon started it. Shannon's thing is asking birthday questions. So it's like, what are your goals? What did you like? What do you don't? Blah 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 blah. So we're gonna ask her questions. If you get sick, sorry. Okay, so Shannon,
Look like we live in California.
what is your biggest goal for the year of 30?
I might want to run a full marathon.
Oh, she crazy.
I might.
Okay, but if you don't want to, then what's your goal?
What's your backup goal? What's your backup goal?
Get a tattoo.
Yeah, I want tattoos.
Let's go tomorrow.
We should get matching ones. You should get ones just like this.
Should we go tomorrow? What are you looking forward to in the 30s?
I am looking forward
You're the dumbass that goes to get a haircut.
living a life that's more free.
I love it.
Not thinking about the opinions of others so much.
Yeah. What is your favorite memory of 29?
I said
29.
already that it was going to Disneyland.
Shout out to us. If you know, you know.
You know.
We love you, JP. Okay.
I saw red and I was like, am I going crazy?
What is your biggest regret of 20?
Of 20, like in my 20s?
20s or 29? 29, whatever you prefer.
Letting people tell me what to do in my life.
What's one place you hope to adventure to in your 30th?
Ooh, that's so fun.
Yes! Oh my God!
I want to go to Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh!
What about Shanghai?
I think like a Japan trip would be
Okay.
really fun.
So I'm like more, I want to go to Shanghai. So I'll go to Tokyo for you if you go to Shanghai
What
for
if
me.
we do like a little 2-week moment?
Well, I
What if we
just
take a
said.
cruise from California to Japan?
What if we go on the 9-month world cruise?
You go to Tokyo Disneyland. If I go with you, will you go with me to Shanghai?
Yeah, I think what if we do like a 2-week or 10 days over there and we do
Okay.
like a park.
Perfect. And might as well do Hong Kong while we're at it.
Yes.
TYL. See you next time at my house for Christmas when Shannon comes over.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna vlog.
We'll be at Christmas together.
Hi, I'm back home. And I gotta have a piece of my birthday cake. I'm gonna have bad luck for a whole year if I don't have at least a piece of my birthday cake tonight. Oh no, what if I didn't cook it enough? wow, okay, wow, literally, let's just like pretend none of that happened. Okay, I've officially dropped this camera 5 different times. Piece of my 30th birthday cake I made today. Your birthday cake? Sit. Happy birthday to me. Remember who your mother is. But the melting pot tonight, that was the first time I'd ever gone. And that was really good. Like, the melting pot is really good. And we went to the one in, I believe the area is called Dr. Phillips, the melting pot. And we had a waiter. Our waiter's name was Harrison, and he was awesome.
Ooh, fire.
Harrison was amazing there. Like, he was so great. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me for my birthday day. Weird times. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. I can't believe that in VLOGMAS, like, my birthday also coincides in VLOGMAS. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for joining me. I continue to constantly think to myself that these vlogs are getting boring, but I know that they're not. Like, I love watching the boring stuff. So just thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all so much for joining me. And tomorrow we are headed to Jacksonville.
Great.
Huh? We're headed to Jacksonville tomorrow to celebrate Christmas with my family. We're not gonna be there for long, but I gotta wrap gifts tomorrow. I really wanna build that coffee table. But my update on A Court of Silver Flames, I'm not as obsessively reading this as I was the previous books, but I love Nessa, the character Nessa. I love her. But I think I read a spoiler on TikTok today. I tried to scroll past it as fast as I could, but I saw there was something about a cure for somebody in the night court. Somebody or somebodies in the night court. I read that, and I'm trying to like shove it out of my mind, because I'm like, what if that's not true? What if that was just like somebody like stating a theory that they think? But I swear, if that's like a huge spoiler and like that's the end of the book, like I'm gonna die. If like I spoiled the book like that scrolling on TikTok, because I'm on ACOTAR TikTok. But this, I'm deeply loving it. I love Cassian. I love Cassian. I